Over my nearly 20 years in the education game, I've overcome many barriers. In this video, I cover the top 5 barriers I see for teachers transitioning to careers in e-learning. I also give you some tips to overcome them. My name is Bianca Raby, and I currently describe myself as an educator, entrepreneur and author, because basically all I do is talk about education, start education businesses and write about all my education experience. You can check out my company Opeda here and stalk or follow me on LinkedIn if you want to know more. And don't forget to say hello. So here are the top 5 barriers I see teachers face who wish to transition to e-learning. Number 1, e-learning is proactive, not reactive. Teaching is largely reactive. I mean, you have a plan for the day, but very rarely does that come to work out. You're just constantly adjusting, iterating, maneuvering around the needs of a class or responding to the requests of your superiors. Working in e-learning has its reactive moments too, but there is more space to be proactive and design experience that will actually happen in the way you imagined. Although it's still a fast-paced work environment, you have to be proactive in your approach. Number 2, less human contact. The equivalent of teaching a lesson for a learning designer is spending a few hours working on a Word document we call a storyboard. For me, I find this a tremendously peaceful process and the part I love most about the LD role. However, it's a solo job. It's me, my laptop, the cat and a coffee. Of course, you'll have people to report to, brainstorm with and contact throughout the day, but it's really you and the Word document. Number 3, e-learning lingo. Every industry loves creating their own lingo, and education is no different. When it comes to e-learning, there's a whole bunch of new terms and concepts, so I find that teachers need to get through the learning curve of the lingo, then I see their confidence rise. After all, you know more theory than most, so it can't be that hard. Number 4, new ways of working. If you are a career teacher, you have likely never worked in a business or office environment before. Teachers know exactly what it is they need to do each day, and so it's largely driven by the kids they're entrusted to take care of and educate. I know for me, stepping out into the world of business was a whole new culture shock. I mean, for one thing, I could eat whenever I was hungry, and no bell told me when it was time to go home. So please share your reflections below in the comments. I would love to hear more from you about your experience in working in other environments. If you feel called, share your biggest fear that holds you back from making a change in the comments below as well. And also, how do you think you can start working to overcome it? Number 5, incentives are different. As a teacher, you have a remit, and most of us have had our jobs funded by the government. Working in e-learning, you will see very quickly that incentives are different and budgets really matter. Teachers have always been expected to go above and beyond, and if we counted our hours, no one would do the job. In most businesses and academia, there is more of a focus on hourly rates and project budgets. You may be asked to find efficiencies where you can and stick to your time allocations for your work. Put it this way, you won't be staying up all night working on a graphic or one video to make it perfect to display the next day, as the asset likely won't have a return on investment to justify your lack of sleep. Overcoming these barriers. To be honest, I don't really believe in barriers. I only believe in learning opportunities. After all, our whole life is about learning, growing and evolving. So the first thing I recommend you do is research and learn from others, which you're already doing by watching this video and hopefully clicking the subscribe button to ensure you never miss a video from me. Then I say dabble. Yes, dabble and dabble on some side gigs. List yourself on a freelancing platform like Upwork and try and get a few bits of work, even if you have to do it for free at first. Start to learn the ways e-learning works and exercise your freelance muscle. Find out what works for you and embrace those famous reflective practice teaching techniques we've been taught as educators. To shorten your learning curve, I highly recommend you picking up a copy of my book, Online Learning So You Want to Be a Learning Designer. I spell out the role of learning designer in depth, drawing on my own journey from teacher to learning designer. Bonus, I'm offering a free 15-minute one-on-one career chat for anyone watching who picks up a copy of the book. Just email the Opeda team at hello@opeda.co. If you like this video and you want to hear more from me, please like and subscribe and share with other teachers you feel will resonate. Until next time, stay awesome.